Rayan had always been one of those quiet students who slipped into the classroom unnoticed, heading straight to the last bench where no one expected anything from him. Not his classmates, not his teachers, and not even himself. The last bench wasn't just a seat. It was a hiding place, a corner where failures could be ignored, where dreams stayed blurry and distant. When the midterm results arrived, the paper in his hands was filled with red marks, the kind that feel heavier than they look. Comments like, "needs improvement, not focused," and "lacks discipline" were almost routine for him. But this time, something hit harder. On his way home, he overheard two boys laughing. "Don't compare yourself with Rayan. He's always last bench." Their words echoed through his mind all evening. Later, as Rayan sat quietly staring at his report card, his father placed a cup of tea beside him and softly asked, "Son, are you happy?" That simple question shook him more than all the red marks combined. He whispered a weak "no." His father looked at him gently. "Then change it. Even a big journey begins with one step." Those words planted the first seed of courage in Rayan's heart. The next morning, his legs trembled as he approached the strictest teacher in school, Mrs. Zaidi. He expected scolding, maybe even disappointment, but instead she looked at him with calm seriousness. When he said, "Ma'am, I want to change, but I don't know how to control my mind," she leaned forward and told him 4 words that would shape his future. "Discipline your thoughts first." She then shared 3 rules. Rule 1, control your thoughts. Rule 2, control your time. Rule 3, control your habits. To control thoughts, she taught him a simple technique. Whenever his mind wandered, he should whisper to himself, "Not now, I'm working." To control his time, she told him to study for 25 minutes with full focus, followed by a 5-minute break. To control his habits, she told him to replace just 1 bad habit. Per week, small steps, but powerful ones. At first, the transformation felt awkward. Rayan moved to the front bench, not because he felt worthy, but because he wanted to become someone who belonged there. His classmates snickered quietly. Front bench is for toppers, not him. But he ignored them and focused on the 3 rules. Day by day, he practiced whispering "not now" whenever distractions pulled him away. He put his phone in another room before studying. He organized his school bag every night and revised his notes for 10 minutes before sleeping. These tiny habits, insignificant at first, slowly built a structure inside him, a mental strength he never thought he could possess. In class, he began paying attention, raising his hand, asking questions that surprised even the teachers. He wasn't magically intelligent. He was simply consistent. Mrs. Zaidi noticed his effort and began giving him extra worksheets, not as punishment, but because she saw potential in him. His classmates slowly stopped teasing him and started asking him for help with homework. Yet the real battle was not with others. It was with himself. During the final exam preparation period, there were nights when exhaustion flooded him and the old habits whispered temptations. Take a break. Watch 1 video. You can study tomorrow. One night, torn between discipline and comfort, he nearly gave up. But as he reached for his phone, he suddenly remembered the boys laughing behind him, the red marks on his report card, and his father's gentle question, "Are you happy?" Something inside him hardened. He put the phone down, closed his eyes, took a slow breath, and whispered, "Not now. I'm working." Then he opened his book. That single moment, choosing discipline over desire, became the turning point of his entire life. He realized success wasn't about studying for hours. It was about winning small battles inside the mind. When the final results were announced, the classroom buzzed with excitement and tension. Students compared marks, laughed nervously, and whispered predictions. Rayan sat silently, this time not filled with fear, but with a calm confidence he had never felt before. When the teacher called out, "Third position, Rayan," the entire room fell into shocked silence before exploding into applause. Even Rayan froze for a moment, unsure if he had heard correctly. The last bench boy, the invisible student, the one who everyone expected to fail, had climbed to the top through nothing but discipline. Mrs. Zaidi walked toward him with a proud smile and said softly, "Your marks are good, Rayan. But what truly impresses me is your discipline that will take you farther than marks ever can." Tears filled his eyes, not out of sadness, but from the overwhelming realization that he was no longer the boy hiding on the last bench. He had faced his fears, fought his distractions, and reshaped his life through deliberate, consistent effort. That day, Rayan stood not just as a topper, but as proof that discipline can transform anyone he learned, that intelligence is helpful, but discipline is unbeatable. You don't need long hours, just focused minutes. You don't need to be the smartest, just the most committed. Even now, when he confidently sits in the front row, he often glances back at the last bench and smiles. That bench may look like just another seat to others, but for Rayan, it is a reminder of where he started and how far he rose. And the message he carries is clear. Your seat in the classroom does not define your future. Your discipline does. Share this with a friend who needs motivation today, and subscribe for more stories every week.